The news you need when you need it. TMJ4. Covering more communities and more people than ever before. This is TMJ4 News at 4.
Tying run at the plate. 4-2 New York. The pitch. A double play ball hit to Lindor, and the throw is going to wind up with a double play. And the New York Mets, after coming from behind with a big 4-run ninth inning rally. Wow.
Bob Uecker's last radio call this past season. Uecker was in a battle with small cell lung cancer since early 2023. His family says he died today at the age of 90. Good afternoon, everyone. We have team coverage as the community mourns and remembers the beloved Bob Uecker, the man known as Mr. Baseball.
Our Ashley Washburn is here in studio as we look back at Uecker's career this afternoon. Mary Jo Ola and our Charles Benson are both outside of American Family Field, where fans are gathering to pay their respects. Ashley, let's begin with you. This is a loss that is felt across our community.
A loss that's being felt across the community, especially inside that Brewers clubhouse right now, but also nationwide. I mean, Bob Uecker was truly one of one when you look at everything he accomplished in his 90 years of life, as well as the people he impacted along the way. Born and raised right here in Milwaukee, Uecker got his first break in baseball with the hometown Braves in 1962, spent 5 years in the major leagues, winning a World Series with St. Louis in '64, before returning home in '71 to become the voice of the Brewers. But what made Mr. Baseball so special just wasn't his love for the game. It was how he shared it with others. He was witty, larger than life, and always knew how to make people smile, which captivated millions. That's why, along with his broadcasting career, he became a living room favorite, appearing on talk shows, starring in sitcoms, commercials, movies, you name it. But for a guy that did it all, home was always in the booth calling games for the Brewers, and an honor he never took for granted.
Radio, people don't know nothing until you tell them. They don't know nothing. He struck him out on a low breaking ball.
And you know, being in touch with people every day, you become a part of people's lives every day at a certain time during the summer.
Get up! Get up! Get out of here and gone for Ryan Braun!
I do this because I enjoy it. I really do. I love doing baseball, doing what I'm doing.
As you can imagine, there have been hundreds upon thousands of heartfelt tributes that have been posted across social media, but Brewers left fielder Christian Yelich really summed it up for all of us, saying, quote, "No words will really do you justice, but I kind of think that's how it should be." We'll hear more from him later tonight.
And Christian Yelich, of course, had that emotional send-off at the end of last season that we all remember, where he was in tears after the Brewers' final game.
Coming here in 2018, I don't think he probably ever expected to become such close friends with Bob Uecker, but he does consider Bob Uecker one of his best friends, so I know that he's probably taking this extremely hard. We saw what happened at the end of that wild card series. He was extremely emotional. Everyone in that clubhouse wanted to win a World Series for him so bad. Luckily, he was able to win one as a player, but definitely a very tough day in the Brewers community. But like I said, across nationwide, there are so many people that were impacted by him, whether it was in the baseball field or just watching him on sitcoms. He always knew how to make people smile, and he'll still make people smile for years to come.
Well, and I think just being in this community for so long and watching how beloved he was, he just had this way of making people feel welcome, and he was kind to them, and they made them laugh, and it was just, you know, there was nobody bigger than Bob Uecker.
Definitely. No.
Yeah.
He'll be missed.
Thanks, Ashley. All right, let's get out to our Charles Benson, who is at American Family Field this afternoon.
Charles, one of the first things many fans did today when they heard this news was head to the ballpark and to that statue behind you there.
Yeah, this is a sad day for all of us, and we can still see it as people come here to the statue of Bob Uecker, and many are dropping off mementos. I'm seeing flowers here, notes saying thank you for every moment, for every game. You're often seeing people just holding a can of Miller Lite to have a beer here or leave one of those cans here, going back to those days of the Miller Lite commercials. Fans are just wanting to be a part of this moment because Bob Uecker and Brewers baseball were synonymous. I'm joined now by my colleague, Mary Jo Ola, and you have been talking to some of these fans. It is such a sad day for all of us, but I don't know anybody who was more loved, more appreciated in Wisconsin than Bob Uecker.
And yeah, you're right, Charles. I think we're just getting a glimpse of that today, too. It's been an emotional day and a wide range of emotions. Fans have been here, crying, but also sharing really fond memories that are bringing them smiles and all kinds of joy. And they came here to pay their respects to a man that really felt like family. People brought flowers, baseball caps, and several cans of Miller Lights, like Charles had said. Each person I talked with said that coming out here was just a small way for them to show their appreciation for the joy and memories that Uecker gave them. Now, they shared stories of how Uecker's legendary voice filled their homes, and that meeting him was truly something special.
Beyond the announcing, just, all the joy and laughs that he brought, his role in Major League, just Brewer games won't be quite the same without him.
As a kid, we always went to Brewers on Deck, and it was the biggest deal to wait in line to get Uecker's autograph and get a picture with him. And I felt like he just always made time for every fan.
Now, while everyone who has come out here has their own memory of Uecker, they all love him just the same. We'll bring you more of those stories tonight at 5. But Charles, it was really moving just to hear people's stories and memories of him.
Yeah, he wasn't just this guy, this man from Milwaukee. He was us. He was so much a part of us, and he gave us so many great moments. The Brewers have made playoff appearances in 6 of the last 7 seasons, and when the team celebrated, Mr. Baseball joined them in the clubhouse alongside of them. When the last season ended, Christian Yelich was there, moved to tears after his conversation with Ueck.
It's a tough way for your season to end, but talking to Yuki, one-on-one was tough.
All right, let me hear you, folks.
Name. He stepped into the community on so many other occasions. So we posted on our socials asking for your memories of Bob Uecker, and you have delivered. Take a look at this. This is from Nick Koss in Oak Creek. He says at 16, he was selected to meet Uecker in his press box and walked away with baseballs and trading cards signed by the legend. And a memory from Lori in New Berlin. She says she met Bob on his birthday a few years back and had the chance to wish him a day she says she'll never forget. And a sweet throwback from Katie in Jackson, signed by Bob. And when she got older, Katie got the chance to relive that photo meeting. Look, Bob yet once again. And you saying, and have you ever met Bob Uecker yourself? We want to hear those memories. Share your pictures. Share the videos. Share those moments that can showcase the connection to Mr. Baseball and our community.
All right, Charles Benson live for us out at American Family Field. Charles, thanks so much. I mean, I think that's the thing. Everybody has a memory of Bob Uecker, whether it's a call or meeting him in person.
Or something just so basic about, just sitting with your brother or your dad, listening to Bob Uecker in the backyard. Yeah. Calling a game that's in the middle of July and it doesn't really mean anything.
Well, that's why they say he's the soundtrack of summer, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Mean, it's so true. Or if you hear him right when the season's starting and you hear Bob Uecker's voice on the radio, it was like, oh, all right, it's time for baseball.
Exactly. It could be Easter Sunday, could be Memorial Day. He was there on all of our family events.
Absolutely.
Amazing. All right, let's take a look here. You can see a live look towards the Hone Bridge, where we do have still some ice out there, even though we have started to thaw out. Temperatures above the freezing mark today. 35 degrees, the current temperature in Milwaukee. Let's take a look across southeastern Wisconsin. Almost everybody above that freezing mark. 32 in West Bend, right at freezing. Same for Waukesha, but 35 in Burlington, 38 degrees in Kenosha. Okay, here's your forecast for tonight. Tonight's going to be a quiet night. I better get over to this side. Dog walking forecast. There we go. By 6 o'clock, 33. By 10 o'clock, 29. Green Paws should be a relatively comfortable evening for January. Go for that walk. Later on in a few days, we're talking about a sock of the coldest air of the season by far. We'll tell you how cold we get coming up.
All right, we'll check back, Brian.
Yep.
Thank you. In other news today, a child here in Wisconsin has died after a battle with the flu. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services today confirmed the first child flu death of the season, saying the child is one of 16 pediatric influenza-associated deaths nationwide. The DHS is again encouraging anyone 6 months or older to get the flu vaccine.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court today heard a case that is the result of years of fighting in Madison over a practice known as conversion therapy.
And that is when therapists try to change the gender identities or sexual orientations of their LGBTQ clients.
Our state capitol reporter Harm Van Heisen explains why this case won't just affect LGBTQ Wisconsinites, but also the power dynamic between lawmakers and the governor's office.
Democratic Governor Tony Evers is accusing Republicans who control the state legislature of overstepping their authority by repeatedly blocking a ban on conversion therapy in Wisconsin.
4 people can shelve a rule that stops therapists from subjecting children to horrors.
The state code of conduct for therapists and social workers prohibits conversion therapy. Mark Herstand helped create that ban back in 2020. He says conversion therapy can lead to depression and suicide among LGBTQ kids.
It has terrible emotional impacts. It is a fake therapy. It's been condemned by every mental health and medical profession in the United States.
In 2 back-to-back legislative sessions, Republicans on the legislature's Rules Committee have voted to temporarily lift the ban. They cited concerns about a state agency limiting therapists' rights to freedom of speech and religion. That means that for most of the last 4 years, conversion therapy has been allowed in Wisconsin.
They're going to keep suspending it and spending it, and their intention was to never let the rule go into effect.
Evers sued the Republican-led committee in response. He says they cannot repeatedly make those moves without actually passing a law. Republicans don't want to go that route because Evers would almost certainly veto any bill they passed. Conservative justices supported the argument that the Constitution gives lawmakers the power to suspend regulations.
Nowhere do I see that the people ever consented to being governed by an administrative state instead of their elected representatives.
The court is expected to issue a decision in this case sometime in the coming months. In Madison, Harm Van Heisen, TMJ4 News.
And Harm is our state capitol reporter. He reports on the stories that matter to you and your community. So if you have a story idea, connect with Harm. His email address is right here on your screen.
Still ahead on TMJ4 News at 4, we have much more as we remember Mr. Baseball. We're going to hear from the woman who co-starred alongside Bob Uecker in the hit show Mr. Belvedere.
Storm Team 4 7-day forecast, sponsored by Kettle Moraine Heating and Air Conditioning.
From the store shelf to your shopping cart to a local baby in need. It's a journey of love. I'm Susan Kim, inviting you to donate to the TMJ4 Community Baby Shower. During the entire month of January, visit any Waterstone bank and drop off much-needed baby basics like diapers, formula, blankets, and new clothes. Your precious gift will always stay right here in our community.
Proudly sponsored by Waterstone Bank.
Will your roof survive another winter? It can with RoofMax. RoofMax is guaranteed to extend the life of your roof from 5 to 15 years, and 9 out of 10 roofs can be restored. Don't replace your roof, restore it for a fraction of the cost.
Get ready for the big game with Spectrum. Welcome more excitement into your home as you enjoy the best TV streaming experience. Spectrum brings your entire family together with the fastest, most reliable internet so everyone can enjoy all the sports and entertainment they love. Cheer on all your favorite players on football's biggest night. With the touch of a button, Spectrum puts you at the center of it all so you never miss a play. Get in the game and save with Spectrum Internet Premier for only $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-877-959-1722.
The Milwaukee Boat Show is back at State Fair Park, January 17th through the 26th. Enter for the chance to win an HO Sports Beacon Kayak, courtesy of Skipper Buds. Head on over to MilwaukeeBoatShow.com for tickets and info.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law offices make our community a better place.
They are the best.
For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law offices.
I'm Mackenzie Hamill with TMJ4 News, and I'm your Sheboygan County reporter. Sheboygan is special to me. It's home. I grew up here.
You gotta talk into this end.
This is my old daycare. And this is my quiet space and happy place. News that's important to Sheboygan is important to me. I live here. So if you see news happening, tell me about it on social or mackenzie.hamill@tmj4.com.
Mornings with Tom Durian. TMJ4 News Today.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, baseball legend and voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, Bob Uecker, has died at the age of 90, just shy of his 91st birthday.
And so as we continue to honor his legacy, Mark Cass with Team Lammy joins us live now to talk more about memories and Uecker's impact on the community. Mark, it's good to see you.
Yeah, I'm sorry to be here for this.
Yes.
I love coming in to talk to you guys, but not for this.
But here's the thing. Let's talk about just his impact in this community. I mean, we all know how funny he was. We all know how good he was on the radio. But what was it that just made people love him?
Was just his way about him, right? He could make himself the joke all the time. There was always a joke about him. He could always have fun. He could just have presence. He walked into a room and you knew he was in that room because he was laughing, right?
Yeah.
He was having fun. And, you know, I was talking earlier today about how, you know, he was more well-known really. If you think about the 80s and the 90s when the Brewers weren't very good, I mean, he was their most well-known player, and I'll use air quotes around that. He'd be on top of the media guide. He'd be on the front of programs. I mean, he was the star of the Brewers for many years, and that's because he just had a way. I mean, when you think about, as kids, we all have stories about growing up and hearing 87. I remember that Easter Sunday game. I mean, I was listening to that. We all have those kind of stories. That's amazing to know that. What an impact.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, I mean, we think about, you know, how his legacy is already being felt. You see everyone in these memorials popping up across the city, online, from Milwaukee and beyond. How does that legacy move on or live on now?
I think it's going to live on through the team, through the players, through the city. The thing I was amazed at over the last couple of years is remember when the Brewers won over the last couple of years? I mean, they wouldn't celebrate in the locker room until he was down there. Chris, you know, who was not, 28 or 30, 32. You know, he's only been alive for like half the time that he was an announcer, yet he idolized him. So the impact he had on the team, the players, and I was talking about, you know, I've had the honor of interacting a lot over the past couple months with the 1982 Brewers. They all loved Uecker. I don't know how there's a story in the movie about how Uecker would be out with them at night and how he let them back to the hotel, and he got him out of a few tickets. He got him out of jail almost one night because he was Bob Uecker, and everybody in the country knows Bob Uecker.
You know, the thing about it, too, is his comedic timing. I mean, I don't even know how he does it, and the stories that he could tell in between pitches.
Right, in between pitches.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you forgot they were playing, right?
Right, because you're just waiting for you want to hear the whole story.
You want to hear a story about Mickey Mantle or about Warren Spahn, about Hank Aaron, all the players that he played with.
Or what he had for dinner the night before. You know,
or how he was swimming somewhere.
Yes.
This and that, but he had a way about himself that very few people have. I mean, he is among them, and the thing I've seen online today is just kind of legendary announcers and legendary players who are talking about the impact he had on them. That's cool when you can have a community impact, and and a national impact. I mean, just what's coming out today about him and who he met is just incredible.
And wouldn't you agree that some of the visuals of the Brewers' successes the last several years really is Bob Uecker in the goggles
doing this. Remember that one?
Yes.
Remember he's doing that with Christian Yelich?
Yes,
and again, the fact that the players waited to celebrate until he was in the locker room is kind of what an honor. So cool to see that. He has just meant so much to the city, so much to the sport, so much to the team. I mean, he was the team. Again, in the 80s and 90s when they weren't very good, who did you talk about? You talked about Bob Uecker.
Yeah. What a joy it was to be able to listen to him.
An amazing man, an amazing something we're going to miss. But I'm sure we'll be hearing those highlights of Up, Up, and Out, and kind of from the movie. I mean, you and I haven't even talked about the movie career yet, kind of from the movies and just the lines.
TV show.
I mean, the great lines from the movie that was shot here in terms of the Major League.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Live on forever. All right. It was fun talking about
It is
Bob
fun
Uecker.
talking about Bob Uecker. It is.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. We're going to get out to Charles now, who is out at American Family Field and talking to fans who have been stopping by the Bob Uecker statue all day long. Hey, Charles.
Yeah, Uecker was known for so many great calls over the years, including the first home run for the Brewers' newest superstar, Jackson Chourio.
Ready to work. Here it is. Line to right center. Get up! Get out! Gone! Jackson Chourio just took one out of here. First in the big leagues. Welcome, Jackson Chourio.
And that never got old. One of Bob Uecker's most iconic lines, get up, get out of here, gone. Everyone in the stadium could recite that line. Uecker was 90 years old. Chourio was just 19 at the time, passing the torch to a new generation of players. Uecker was just days away from his 91st birthday, which would have been January 26. Susan, back to you.
All right, Charles, some great memories. Thank you so much. Well, among the countless people sharing their tributes to Uecker today is Tracy Tofty.
My heart just really goes out to everybody all over the country, especially in Milwaukee. He loved Milwaukee.
Tracy co-starred alongside Uecker in the hit show Mr. Belvedere. From the age of 12 to 18, she played Heather, the TV daughter of Uecker's character, George Owens. I talked with Tracy this afternoon, and she told me she is heartbroken over Uecker's passing. She took this photo with Bob and his wife Judy just 3 weeks ago at the Uecker home in Menominee Falls. Tracy says she knew about his cancer and that he wasn't feeling well, so she is thankful she got to see him before he passed. It is time she will treasure forever.
I tried to keep it light, but underneath I knew that it was likely going to be the last time that I got to see him. And of course, the whole time my husband and I were there, you know, he was cracking jokes and making everyone laugh and making everyone feel comfortable.
Tracy lives in California, but stayed in touch with Bob and his family over the years. Coming up tonight at 6, I will have more on their lifelong friendship and some of the touching words they shared with each other just weeks before his death.
And right now, let's take another live look outside at the Uecker statue at American Family Field. All day, we have been watching as fans gather at this statue to remember the local legend, leaving behind things like notes, flowers, memorabilia, even cans of Miller Lite. We'll have much more on the life and legacy of Bob Uecker next.
Breaking news can happen anywhere, anytime. If you see news happening, connect with TMJ4 News. Message us on our Facebook page or TMJ4.com or call the tip line at 414-963-4444.
At Gruber Law Offices, we know how to win. Real cases, real results. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. 40 years of experience and 2 million installs. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks. Just a partner you can trust. Bath Fitter. It just fits.
For a limited time, call now to save an extra $200. Bath Fitter, the original for over 40 years.
Join us for the Fight for Air Climb on Saturday, March 1st. We'll be climbing the stairs inside at 411 East Wisconsin Center to support clean air and healthy lungs.
Presented by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Register at climbmilwaukee.org.
For over 75 years, Utke Heating and Cooling has been your warmth in the winter and cool breeze in the summer.
Utke Heating and Cooling, where tradition meets innovation. Call us today and feel the Utke difference.
A service that's been crafted for over 75 years. Utke Heating and Cooling. Your comfort is our tradition.
I'll do anything to help the kids that I serve. But after I was in a terrible car accident, I needed help. So I reached out to Jay at Cannon and Dunphy, and everyone there really helped me with all the things that were just so overwhelming. They were truly a blessing.
Big things are happening at TMJ4 News.
We're capturing local stories in a whole new way.
Less noise from officials and politicians.
And more perspectives from people just like you.
Like me.
Like us.
It's not always the loudest voices that should make the headlines.
Real news comes from real people.
And we deserve news that represents us.
I'm Ben from Racine.
The Tenutas from Kenosha.
Patty from Waukesha.
You deserve to be heard.
Watch TMJ4 News at 6.
Hi, Lester.
NBC's Lester Holt stopped by TMJ4.
Thank you so much for joining us.
To chat with anchors Susan Kim and Steve Shamraz.
Local news is part of the community.
More perspectives from your town and your world every night.
Story is how people are living these things.
TMJ4 to 7. 3 hours of evening news that represents you.
Hopefully I'm a part of the TMJ family.
Of course.
Be part of the family. Watch TMJ4 News and NBC Nightly News. Milwaukee's only mobile weather lab just got bolder, keeping you ahead of the storm. The new and improved TMJ4 Storm Chaser, sponsored by Heiser Automotive Group.
Alrighty, welcome back. Today we are enjoying a January thaw. You go back a year ago, it was super cold. You may be thinking, well, last year we didn't have any winter. We really had like a week of winter last year. You can see you go back to the 14th last year, a low of 3 degrees below zero, the 15th -5. A year ago today, a low of -6 with a high temperature of only 4 degrees. We could see very similar numbers, if not even colder numbers, by early next week. Looks like a polar plunge of air as we head on into next week. Bitter cold temperatures. Not now, 35 degrees above freezing. Winds out of the west at 12 miles per hour, creating a wind chill at 27. You'll still want your winter coat, but again, not bad at all. 34 in West Bend, 36 in Racine, 38 degrees the current temperature in Kenosha. Let's go through your weather headlines. January thaw today and tomorrow. Tomorrow we could hit 40 degrees. And then this weekend, cold air rushes in, especially by Saturday afternoon. Temperatures will be dropping like a rock. A true Arctic blast arriving early next week. Now, as we look at the Storm 4 Max radar and satellite, you can see that we have a weak disturbance to the northwest of us. Behind it, trailing a cold front. This will be the first of a series of cold fronts that work through the area. So let's go through future forecasts. You can see heading into tonight, mostly cloudy skies expected through the day on Friday, starting off with cloud cover. But then I think we see a good deal of sunshine midday and early afternoon. Friday night, here comes that first cold front. Could bring a few sprinkles or a few flurries to the area. That's it. Not expecting any accumulation. Northwest wind Saturday, we start cooling down. All right, your forecast for tonight, a low temperature of 25, mostly cloudy skies. For tomorrow, a high temperature of 43. Yeah, mostly sunny, windy, and mild. January shorts weather. All right, here's your 7-day forecast on Saturday. 18 degrees, windy conditions, wind chills dipping below zero by Saturday afternoon, a high of only 4 on Sunday, a high of 0 on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Wind chills as cold as -30, still brutal cold on Tuesday. Then we start warming up with a chance of snow on Thursday. We'll be right back.
After an accident, don't say anything and don't sign anything until you talk to Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I'm Glenda Valdez, and I'm your Kenosha County reporter. The area is special to me. I went to high school and college right here in southeastern Wisconsin. Shh. Sorry. I'm ready to listen to you and learn what's most important to Kenosha. So if you see news happening, tell me about it on social or at glenda.valdez@tmj4.com.
More reporters where you live. TMJ4.
For 30 years, Siding Unlimited has been Southern Wisconsin's trusted choice for home improvements. Our reputation means everything.
From quality craftsmanship to our honest pricing guarantee, our team is dedicated to ensuring your peace of mind and the lasting beauty of your home. Get your free quote today. There's no obligation.
Call 262-567-4513 or stop by our Waukesha showroom to see the difference for yourself.
Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us.
Hi, what can I make fresh for you today?
It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Reimagine exceptional with the 2024 Buick Envision. With advanced technology and breathtaking clarity, and quiet serenity within. Experience confident driving, an all-wheel drive that takes you wherever you need to go. Make every day an occasion. Buick, exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR, plus no monthly payments for 90 days on this 2024 Buick Envision.
Richard Harris was executed in 2017.
What is your professional assessment of him?
You want me to profile a dead serial killer.
Why?
The truth is, he's not actually dead. He and some of the most dangerous criminals the world has ever known. They escaped from a classified prison.
How many?
A lot. We have to get them all back before they kill anyone else.
We're dealing with highly intelligent, malignant narcissists.
Who are volatile and unpredictable.
The longer they're out there, the more dangerous they're going to become. This is new behavior. They're escalating. But there's something more here. What are you hiding?
The blast was no accident. Someone wanted those killers back out in the world.
The Hunting Party, February 3rd on NBC and Peacock.
Submit a news tip on TMJ4.com or send us a Facebook message. You're watching TMJ4 News at 4.
Drago from the windup. The pitch to Sixto. Here's a drive to deep right center. Way back goes Evans. It's got a chance to go. Gone! Hey, a grand slam home run for Lascano.
Oh, my goodness, that call in 1980, opening day at County Stadium. Sixto Lascano hits a grand slam in the 9th inning to beat the Boston Red Sox. And of course, legendary Bob Uecker on that call. All day today, we have watched as reaction to Uecker's passing is shared online.
Hundreds of you at home sharing your own memories with us on social media. And this afternoon, elected officials, famous friends, and major organizations are showing their respect too. There was never a better ambassador for the Brewers, the city of Milwaukee, the state of Wisconsin, or baseball. That's what one man wrote on social media today after learning of Bob Uecker's death. And it's a clear reminder of Mr. Baseball's stellar reputation. Tonight, the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum says Bob Uecker's affable personality and eternally optimistic outlook made him an instant fan favorite in Milwaukee and across the nation. And the reaction we're seeing pour in supports that statement. Christian Yelich posting photos with Uecker saying, "To say you were one of one is probably an understatement," thanking Mr. Baseball for his friendship. Former Brewers catcher Jonathan Lucroy shared this photo saying, quote, "Ueck was the best, always optimistic and caring about the players and the organization." Wisconsin native and retired NFL defensive end J.J. Watt posting online too. "An absolute legend, truly," he said. We also see reactions from elected officials like Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers, who said for more than 50 years, Bob brought the magic of the ballpark to life for so many, adding Bob was a man of character and integrity. And Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson acknowledging his impact, saying the city is enormously saddened by this news. County Executive David Crowley pointing out that beyond the game, Bob was a pillar in our community because of both his career and generosity. And the reaction extends beyond the state line. Hollywood actor Adam Sandler said Euchre felt like all of our dad's best friend. As this loss is felt across the sports world, teams and organizations are showing their support. The Milwaukee Bucks, Admirals, Green Bay Packers, and other MLB teams all posting today. Even the rival Chicago Cubs said Bob's voice was iconic to Milwaukee baseball and beloved by many baseball fans alike, adding his rendition of the 7th inning stretch at Wrigley Field was always a memorable one. Touching tributes as the memorial in Euchre's honor grows here at home. In Milwaukee, Ryan Jenkins, TMJ4 News. And I should mention we saw so many fans online saying that they remember driving up north and listening to Euchre, or mowing their lawn and listening to Euchre. So much reaction online, so many people just sharing their own memories and how they were brought up with him really being a part of their experience with baseball.
And that's part of what made him so special, is everybody has a memory with Bob Euchre in some way. Let's get out to our Charles Benson, who is out at American Family Field, and you're seeing people there paying tribute. Charles.
Yeah, people still dropping by, especially after work, dropping off flowers, mementos. We're seeing a lot of those Miller Lite beer cans, but it's not surprising to see people so connected to Bob Euchre. He was not only the voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, but he was the guy that could just give us so much hope in any point of a season. The iconic calls of the home runs, but look at the moment Bob Euchre got to share with us around that winning streak at the opening of that season, where they won so many, were chasing those winning streaks, or the Paul Molitor chasing that hitting streak that he had, or when Robin Yount hit that 3,000th hit. I mean, Bob Euchre was there to call all of those plays for us, and it just gave us great memories because he was cheering those moments on just like we were as fans. Bob Euchre left an impact wherever he was in the city. His legacy will live on the minds of people, especially at places like Stenny's, a popular sports bar on the south side. Let's check in with our Southern Milwaukee County reporter, Brendan Jones. He joins us now live from that bar with what he meant, Bob Euchre, to people there.
Yeah, Charles, a legend, an icon, and of course, Mr. Baseball. Those are just a few things that legendary Brewers announcer Bob Euchre was called during his very successful lifelong career. Here at Stenny's, the weight of his passing, that news that we learned today, is heavy. Stenny's is one of the many bars that shuttles fans to and from Brewers games every summer, and fans share a deep connection here with the team. So I came down to see how people will remember the great Bob Euchre. People shared memories of listening to the radio with their family, seeing all of Euchre's charity work around Milwaukee, and of course his iconic get up, get out of here, gone home run calls. His voice and his humor will be dearly missed when folks tune into the Brewers this spring.
It hit me hard, and I've been through a lot of these things in my life, and knowing his age and that, but it's just, this one hurt. This one hurt. He was a special guy. He was very funny. He had that great sense of humor, and that's going to live on. That's going to live on with him.
Laura Jean, who you just heard from, is one of the many people touched by Bob Euchre's voice. And coming up at 5, I'll have more reaction from here at Stenny's live in Milwaukee. Brendan Jones, TMJ4 News.
All right, Brendan, thank you so much. So many memories of Bob Euchre. Go back and listen to that speech when he's inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. You'll just laugh throughout the entire thing. Even go back, you could find them online these days. Those interviews with Johnny Carson, just so memorable. But the Milwaukee legend embraced the community, and it hugged him back. So we posted our socials asking for your memories with Bob, and you have delivered. This one from Mike from Plymouth with Bob framed on the wall. He says, "Love you, Bob." And Rick Jules from Milwaukee says he's been the Brewers event DJ for 6 years and gotten to know him pretty well during that time. And look at this from Rick from Mount Pleasant. He says this photo, he sent us this is a photo during spring training a few years ago. And if you have ever met Bob Uecker, if so, share your memories, pictures, and videos with us. We want to showcase that in our connection to Mr. Baseball. There are so many great moments that not only that he shared with us in this community, but memories we will hold on for a lifetime.
Braun pumping that bat. Now waits. Here it is. Swinging a drive to center and deep. Way back. Get up. Get up. Get out of here and gone for Ryan Braun. He just hit a 3-run shot out of here. And the Brewers have the lead.
Call me biased, but that's the best home run call, iconic call in baseball, don't you think? I mean, it was just so Bob Uecker. Another one of his iconic calls about Ryan Braun, that home run in 2011 over the Marlins. The Brewers then clinched a playoff spot that night. We've been out here all afternoon seeing people come by here paying tribute to Bob Uecker right in front of his statue. Susan?
All right, Charles Benson, thanks so much. It's wonderful to hear his voice.
It is.
And the memories, too, because we can all relate to the memories of Bob Uecker.
Memories are tough to come by when you're going back to like first, second grade, but they're there with Uecker. Like I remember sitting around campfires, sitting, doing fishing, hanging out in the backyard. And there's Uecker.
And I was lucky enough, you know, we would be out there for opening day, and Uecker would come around, and that was one of the highlights of opening day.
Totally.
Was having Uecker, you know, seeing him, being able to talk to him, and he just, even then, just, you know, a 30-second conversation, he just had you in stitches.
We love our Brewers players, but for the most part, they come and go, right? Uecker's been with us telling stories for almost a half a century.
Yeah, more than 50 plus years.
Yeah,
and so many of these memories are from the summertime too, which is another reason to smile. I mean, you see people bundling up to go pay their respects, but obviously we're used to seeing that ballpark in the summertime.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have the warmer day today and tomorrow, but some colder weather on the way. Let's take a look at downtown Milwaukee from Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, where we do have the clouds overhead this afternoon. 35 degrees. Feels all right. Winds out of the west. Wind chill at about 27 degrees. All right, let's take a look at the temperatures across southeastern Wisconsin. Most locations freezing or above. You got 35 in Lake Geneva, 33 in Beaver Dam. Your forecast this evening, eventually falling back into the 20s by 10 o'clock, 29, and by midnight, 27 degrees. A forecast where we're thawing out these next couple days, but then a blast of some Arctic air. Dare I say polar vortex on the 7-day forecast coming up, guys.
All right.
You did. Thank you, Brian. We have some consumer information to share with you this afternoon. AT&T is rolling out a bold promise.
Yeah, if your cell phone service goes down in your area, even if just for an hour, they will automatically give your bill a credit.
Okay, so that probably caught your attention. Our Andrea Albers fills us in on the changes in this new Lighthouse Consumer Report.
The industry needed something like this. It's been nearly 1 year since millions of AT&T customers were left without service for almost an entire day. Now the company hopes its new pledge can earn trust from the public.
It's new to me, but I think it's interesting. Personally, I didn't have any outage last year, but if this is going to happen, I can't wait to see what Spectrum is going to do.
AT&T is guaranteeing that they'll make it right in the event of a future outage. Any wireless customer who loses coverage for an hour or more will receive a bill credit equal to a full day of service.
So this guarantee has actually been in works for over a year. So it was actually being looked into before the outage even happened.
The credit kicks in automatically. Unlike last year, you won't have to call them or stop into an AT&T store. Fiber internet customers will get the same bill credit after an outage of 20 minutes or more.
We are first to market with this. Our hope is that this helps us keep our existing customers longer, and then helps those customers that may be on the fence or interested in AT&T.
Francois says it's not enticing enough to switch.
No. The only reason why is because I hadn't had any bad service with Spectrum. So I don't think I would switch, but I'm pretty sure they would try to match it.
Coming up after the break, we're going to head back to American Family Field, where Charles Benson is live as fans remember the legendary Bob Uecker. Uecker died today. He was 90 years old.
Yeah, coming up next, we will revisit the moment he spoke at the Hall of Fame, reflecting on his time playing for the Milwaukee Braves.
Start with two friends.
Love it. Oh, no way.
Mix in some great guests.
We love you, Milwaukee!
And add lots of local flavor.
Oh, my goodness.
Sounds like a perfect morning blend. From food to fashion, entertainment to travel, home and health. Join Molly Faye and Tiffany Ogle as they bring our community to you. The Morning Blend, weekdays at 9 on TMJ4.
After a car crash, put experienced attorneys on your side. When you're hurt in a car, call GLR. Just dial 7s.
Touches of black. They say a lot without having to say much. They stand for elegance, refinement, and prestige. Even a little can go a long way. And though they're darker than the darkest night, they make you see everything in a new light. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months on the purchase of select new 2025 Sportage and 2025 Sorrento models.
Steinhafels is your mattress destination. We have all the best brands at the guaranteed lowest prices. Shop in store or online at steinhafels.com.
So I called the roofer guys, and well, it turns out that you got to replace the whole roof. You know, that's kind of where they want to go with it. And I thought, boy, that's a lot of money. I ran across the Roof Max guy, and he started explaining that it's a roof treatment. It brought back the color and brought back some of the pliability. It looks about the same as when it was a new roof. My only regret is that I didn't do it sooner.
Brad Schimmel, prosecutor, attorney general, rule of law judge. Schimmel put pedophiles behind bars, took on criminal illegals and cartels, protected kids and seniors from abuse.
Law school taught me the rights of the accused, but justice for the abused is denied all too often. I'm Brad Schimmel. On the state Supreme Court, I'll apply the law equally because everyone has the right to feel safe.
Schimmel, for justice.
Sun, fun, fun, fun.
Here comes the Milwaukee Boat Show at State Fair Park, January 17 through 26. Get that boat and get that deal.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
Inside Edition.
Why have you been terrorizing women here?
On the front line of investigations.
All you needed to do was to connect two wires. Investigations that expose the truth.
Are these legitimate? Why won't you talk to us if these are legitimate?
You just sold us a fake license.
Are you still driving while high?
Did you fake Tonka's death? Absolutely.
Hard-hitting, award-winning investigative journalism. Inside Edition.
Now on TMJ4, weekdays at 3:30.
Back, if you're just joining us, baseball legend and voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, Bob Uecker, has died at the age of 90, just shy of his 91st birthday. As you can see behind me, many have gathered here, stopping by his statue at AmFam Field. In 2003, Mr. Baseball was awarded the Ford C. Frick Award for the National Baseball Hall of Fame. During his acceptance speech, he reflected on his time playing for the Milwaukee Braves and how he knew eventually it was time to move on.
During every player's career, there comes a time when you know that your services are no longer required, that you might be moving on, traded, sold, released, whatever it may be. And having been with 4 clubs, I picked up a few of these tips.
It is such a memorable speech. Go back and listen to all of it. After he let go being on the field, Uecker hopped into the booth, becoming the legendary voice of the Brewers in 1971, calling games to fans in his hometown. We'll be right back.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the arena at the Waukesha County Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only inside the arena at the Waukesha County Fairgrounds.
A lot of law firms claim to be experts at handling injury cases that involve large trucks. But handling one trucking case does not make you an expert on the subject. Experience matters in these cases. One local firm has handled 25 trucking cases which resulted in payments over $1 million each, and hundreds of others as well. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
This is your year to visit Canada.
Get connected with Canada's best fishing and hunting destinations and book your adventure at the All Canada Show. Register to win a fantastic Canadian fishing trip. Enjoy great seminar speakers, meet lodge owners face-to-face, and have shore lunch with an ice-cold Labatt Blue. Kids get in free, and everyone gets a free Daredevil lure on opening night, January 17th through the 19th at the Brookfield Conference Center. Free parking. Details at allcanada.com.
The All Canada Show.
From the store shelf to your shopping cart to a local baby in need. It's a journey of love. I'm Susan Kim, inviting you to donate to the TMJ4 Community Baby Shower. During the entire month of January, visit any Waterstone bank and drop off much-needed baby basics like diapers, formula, blankets, and new clothes. Your precious gift will always stay right here in our community.
Proudly sponsored by Waterstone Bank.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the arena at the Waukesha County Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only inside the arena at the Waukesha County Fairgrounds.
Curing lung disease starts with a single step. Hi, I'm Brian Niznansky. Join TMJ4 and the American Lung Association for the Fight for Air climb on Saturday, March 1st. We'll be climbing the stairs inside at 411 East Wisconsin Center. Think you can't conquer 30 floors? Think again.
If we can do it, you can do it.
Even I can do it.
Team up with TMJ4 and the American Lung Association for the Fight for Air climb.
Locally presented by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Register at climbmilwaukee.org.
Welcome back. During the entire month of January, TMJ4 is partnering with Waterstone Bank with the mission of helping local babies in need.
You can drop off baby basics like diapers, formula, and wipes to any Waterstone Bank.
And our Andrea Williams talked with Carl from La Casa Crisis Nursery about the impact of your generous donations.
The La Casa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center is one of the 6 local organizations benefiting from TMJ4's Community Baby Shower. Let's go in and take a look.
Welcome. Come on in.
Good to see you.
For over 30 years, La Casa has been providing this free resource to the community.
Tell us more about what you do here.
So the Crisis Nursery, the main goal of the Crisis Nursery is to prevent child abuse. And the way that we do it is when there's high stress and traumatic situations, parents can bring their kids here and we'll watch them for up to 3 days.
The CNRC is the only facility of its kind in Wisconsin. Many of the child care crisis workers have been there for over a decade. They help provide home-cooked meals, clean beds, and warm baths. Their goal is also to be there when a parent might have an appointment or a much-needed break.
Respites, it's important. If you just need a break, or I need to clean my house, or I need to just get them out from under my feet, it's a big deal. I think parenting is tough, and it never turns off, so a break once in a while is fantastic.
They're open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year at no cost.
And here we are. The kiddos' favorite spot for sure.
It is. They love coming down here and having a great time and screaming and playing romper room and whatever they do. So it's a good time.
Let's check out the supply closet to really show what these donations mean.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everything from diapers to toys, and this is all donated.
It is all donated, and we need all of it, and we use a lot of it here at the center, and we give a lot of it away to the families that come to us.
The Community Baby Shower is in its 23rd year and continues to be a game changer for organizations like La Calza Crisis Nursery and Respite Center, which has been around from the very beginning.
Waterstone and TMJ4, this whole thing has been fantastic over the years, and we've given thousands of stuff away from this great endeavor. So we appreciate it very much, and it's very much needed and appreciated, right from the staff to the people, to the kids, to everybody. So thank you very much.
Andrea Williams, TMJ4 News.
Wow, where's my picture? What is it?
Super cute. All right, temperatures out there above freezing in many spots, right at freezing in West Bend. We'll be in West Bend tomorrow evening with the storm chaser. They got a big winter weekend ahead in West Bend. Going to start warmer this weekend, then the bottom drops out. 32 right now in Waukesha, 36 in Racine, 38 Kenosha. Weather headlines: January thaw for these next couple days. Cold air rushes in this weekend. A true Arctic blast expected for early next week. The Storm Max radar and satellite. You got a weak little disturbance to the northwest here, trailing cold front. That will be the first of a series of cold fronts that move through over these next couple of days. So future forecast, you can see mostly cloudy skies for tonight, starting off with cloud cover tomorrow morning. But I do think we see a decent amount of sunshine to go with some mild temperatures and a strong southwest breeze. Now with that first cold front tomorrow evening, the chance of a few flurries or sprinkles. Will be dry on Saturday, but a strong northwest wind bringing in that cold air. Your forecast for tonight: 25 degrees, mostly cloudy. For tomorrow, high temperature of 43 tomorrow. Here's your 7-day forecast. On Saturday, 18. Sunday, 4 degrees. Monday, 0 for a high, and 2 on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Brian, and thanks for watching TMJ4 News at 4.
TMJ4 News at 5 is up next.
Let's take a look at tomorrow's forecast and see what our weather kid will be wearing. Wait, where's the weather kid? Looks like we need more weather kids.
Make your child a weather kid by sharing your photos with TMJ4. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to tmj4.com/weatherkids to see your star on the Storm Team 4 Weathercast. Look for Weather Kids every night on TMJ4 News at 10 and every morning on TMJ4 News Today. Sponsored by Aurora Healthcare.
This was me before Sonobello. And this is after.
This year, don't just lose weight. Lose stubborn fat permanently with Sonobello one-visit fat removal.
I wanted the results of a tummy tuck, but not the downtime. I'm so happy with my results.
I'm loving life. I'm loving my body. I'm loving all my loose-fitting clothes.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently.
I've had this dress for quite a few years now. I've not worn it. So I put it on just now and there's no booch anymore.
I see such a difference in my body. My waist is contoured. My belly is flat.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Our flexible payment options make it easy to get started today. Don't wait. Call 1-888-316-2629 or go to sonobello.com.
Like most people, I'm in and out of my house multiple times a day, and I'm constantly using my garage door. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello here from A1 Garage Door Service. The MyQ Smart Garage Door System allows you to control and monitor your garage from anywhere in the world. From the MyQ app, get real-time notifications, set schedules, and never wonder if you left the garage door open again. Call A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1 from day one. Sun, fun, fun, fun. Sun, every kind of boat under the sun.
That boat show music is back, and so is Wisconsin's largest boat show. Everything from family runabouts, ski and surf boats, fishing boats, luxury pontoons, and more Great Lakes cruisers and motor yachts. Get that boat and get that deal. Shop for skis, boards, and tubes at the Tubers Truckload Sale. Check MilwaukeeBoatShow.com, January 17 through 26, State Fair Park.
Gruber Law Offices, Gruber Law Offices, Gruber Law Offices. For over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices has had one goal:
to provide top-notch legal services. One call, one call, one call, one call. That's all.
Milwaukee's only mobile weather lab just got bolder, keeping you ahead of the storm. The new and improved TMJ4 Storm Chaser, sponsored by Heiser Automotive Group.
Maybe it was a family vacation or a school field trip. But there you were, standing in awe at a national park. We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Today, tomorrow, forever. Donate at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Right now at 5, Brewers legend broadcaster Mr. Baseball passes away at age 90.
You know, how do you explain how much Bob meant to Brewer fans?
He's like family. You hear him so often in the summer at home.
Kids from all over the country came in and they'd say, you know, what do you want to wish for? I'd want to wish for meeting Bob Uecker and the Milwaukee Brewers.
We have team coverage today on how the community is remembering him and the legacy he leaves behind.
More reporters where you live. More local voices. This is TMJ4 News at 5.
Gantner, there he goes. The pitch. A swing and a fly ball. Right field and deep. Get up and get out of here. Gone.
Just one of Bob Uecker's iconic calls from 1987 as we remember the Brewers legend today known as Mr. Baseball. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Charles Benson. I'm live here at American Family Field as the community continues to remember Bob Uecker. Many stopping by the statue here. Uecker was in a battle with small cell lung cancer since early 2023. His family says he died today at the age of 90. Today we're hearing people throughout our community on his passing. I want to bring in now Jenna Ray. She has talked to the CEO of the Make-A-Wish Foundation about the charity work he was doing there. Mary Jo Ola talked to fans paying their respect at his statue at American Family Field. And Brendan Jones talks with people at Stenny's about their memories of him. But we do begin with Ashley Washburn with a look back at his legacy.
Great to be at American Family Field.
For decades, Bob Uecker has been one of the most beloved soundtracks of summer.
Swings, and there it is! A base hit in the right center. He's done it. 3,000 for Robin.
And a voice that's been synonymous with Brewers baseball for 54 years. Born and raised in Milwaukee, Bob Uecker got his first break in baseball with the hometown Braves in 1962. Not as a broadcaster, but as a player.
They catch a Uecker under it, and we have 2 down.
He spent 5 years in the major leagues, reaching a pinnacle with a World Series in '64 with the Cardinals. But his biggest imprint on the game came in '71, returning home as the voice of the Brewers.
I can't imagine doing anything else. Robin chasing, long run, he's got it with a diving catch, and Nieves has made history here in Baltimore.
But his impact stretched much farther than in his hometown of Milwaukee. In fact, that's not even where he earned the name Mr. Baseball. You can thank Johnny Carson for that.
As we fondly call him, Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker.
From being a regular on The Tonight Show to even co-hosting Saturday Night Live.
What better a guy to have here tonight during World Series week than Mr. Baseball?
No broadcaster casted a net further than Bob Uecker.
I must be in the front row.
He captivated millions with his love for life and playful banter, soon becoming a living room favorite.
$190? For that money, they should be chinchillas.
He starred in more than 100 episodes of the ABC sitcom Mr. Belvedere and has appeared in various movies and shows over the years, including his role as Harry Doyle in Major League Shattuck County Stadium.
Just a bit outside.
But for a guy who did it all, home was always in the booth, getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
In 1967, I set a Major League record for pass balls. And I did that without playing every game.
And while summers will never feel the same going forward, Bob Uecker will forever be a fabric of Wisconsin, threaded in Brewers history.
I think every day you become part of people's lives at 6:30 every day during the summer. He struck him out.
Ashley Washburn, TMJ4 Sports.
So many great memories, and for all of them, we say thank you, Mr. Baseball. Aside from his Hall of Fame broadcasting career, Uecker has made a lasting impression with his charity work, like with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Jenna Ray joins me live here at American Family Field with that side of the story.
It's a huge part of his story, Charles. I spent the day learning about Bob's impact on and off the field. He spent a lot of time raising and also donating hundreds of thousands of dollars for Make-A-Wish Wisconsin, and also made hundreds of kids' wishes come true. Now, so many kids here in Wisconsin and across the country had one wish: to meet the Brewers, but more importantly, to meet Bob Uecker. And let me tell you, Make-A-Wish Wisconsin and Bob made it happen. I talked with the president and CEO, Patty Gorski, today, who says Bob's energy was contagious. She says Bob made it a priority to spend as much time as he possibly could with these Wish kids, bringing them into the broadcast booth, into the Brewers dugout, and even into the locker room to meet players. Patty says Bob even donated most of his commercial paychecks to Make-A-Wish Wisconsin, his impact spanning decades and hundreds of children.
He's Mr. Baseball, and that's a slice of Americana. So wherever the child lives, his legacy was larger than the state of Wisconsin and the Milwaukee Brewers. He was everybody's Mr. Baseball.
And everybody's Mr. Baseball he was. We've seen all over social media people talking about him today and his legacy. And we go deeper into that coming up in just an hour, Charles.
Yeah, he was the famous guy, but if you were in his presence, he made you feel special.
Like that person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
While Uecker's death is being felt all over the community, people inside the Brewers organization are feeling the loss especially hard. Brewers owner Mark Attanasio spoke within the hour on his passing.
At some point, there'll be another steward for the organization, so we're replaceable. But Bob Uecker is not replaceable. In blessed life I've had, I've been everywhere. I feel like I've met almost everybody, and there's nobody like Bob.
Bob Uecker left an impact everywhere in the city. His legacy will live on at Stenny's, a popular sports bar in the South Side. Our Southern Milwaukee County reporter Brendan Jones joins us now from the bar with what he meant to the people there. Brendan?
Yeah, Charles, a legend, an icon, and of course, Mr. Baseball. Those are just a few things I've heard people refer to Bob Uecker as I've spent here today, where the passing of Bob Uecker reigns heavy here at Stenny's on the South Side. I spoke to fans today about their memories and what they'll remember most about the legendary Brewers announcer.
It's been a hard day. A lot of people are it's heavy on the heart.
He's baseball. He is baseball for us.
Strong words, remembering an even stronger voice.
There it is. Yelich sends one to right center and deep.
Here at Stenny's on Milwaukee's South Side, fans spent time mourning the legend who was Bob Uecker.
Baseball's a big part of my life and a part of a lot of people's lives, and so was Bob Uecker, because he was Mr. Baseball.
Laura Jean Gwiazdowski has been listening to Uecker since his early days in the Cream City, being blessed with his most iconic catchphrases.
He struck him out. Obviously, his get up, get out of here, gone call, the just a bit outside from Major League.
He was on the call for over half a century. His voice bridging generations.
I remember as a child growing up, I would listen to him on the radio with my grandpa, so he's just part of, he's Mr. Baseball.
There'll be a spot in the broadcast booth that's probably going to be empty for the rest of history, I would imagine.
A legacy that will live not only for his work in the broadcast booth, but for his charitable contributions to Milwaukee.
He could have been having a bad day or here or there, but he was always smiling. It was always about the charity at hand and what he was going to do to get the most amount of money for it.
Something Gwiazdowski saw firsthand.
He was a special guy. It was very funny. You know, he had that great sense of humor, and that's going to live on. That's going to live on with him.
A voice, she says, that'll live on here in Milwaukee.
a lot of emotions here at Stinney's today. But one thing is for sure, everybody that I spoke to is excited to see how the Brewers will memorialize Bob Uecker this coming season at American Family Field. Here at Stinney's, Brendan Jones, TMJ4 News.
Yeah, he certainly will never be forgotten here at this stadium. On the TMJ4 Facebook page, we asked viewers to share your memories of Bob Uecker, and hundreds have responded. One comment said that in the 50s he was playing baseball with some buddies, and guess who shows up? Bob Uecker came out and played with them for about a half hour. And what else? Making them laugh. Or this viewer who shared a picture he took with his wife and newborn back in 2009 at the Uecker Invitational. That was in Racine. Or this viewer who shared a picture of Uecker at Ryan Braun's Hall of Fame induction, saying baseball will never be the same. And you can share your memory of Mr. Baseball at TMJ4 on our Facebook page. Well, the Brewers have made playoff appearances in 6 of the last seasons, and when the team celebrated, Mr. Baseball joined them in the clubhouse alongside of all the team members. As we head to break, here is what Christian Yelich had to say as that last season ended.
It's a tough way for your season to end, but you know, talking to Yuki, you know, one-on-one was tough.
From the store shelf to your shopping cart to a local baby in need, it's a journey of love. I'm Susan Kim, inviting you to donate to the TMJ4 Community Baby Shower. During the entire month of January, visit any Waterstone bank and drop off much-needed baby basics like diapers, formula, blankets, and new clothes. Your precious gift will always stay right here in our community.
Proudly sponsored by Waterstone Bank.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick, exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $3,000 purchase allowance on this Encore GX. That's 10% below MSRP.
Brad Schimmel, prosecutor, attorney general, rule of law judge. Schimmel put pedophiles behind bars, took on criminal illegals and cartels, protected kids and seniors from abuse.
Law school taught me the rights of the accused, but justice for the abused is denied all too often. I'm Brad Schimmel. On the state Supreme Court, I'll apply the law equally because everyone has the right to feel safe.
Schimmel, for justice.
The Morgans won big today with Window Nation.
Their drafty old windows are out of here.
We're loving the look of our new windows.
We paid way less than we thought we would.
No more drafts or crazy energy bills. See how much you could save with a free estimate today.
Save $100 on your perfect pair with Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Veolia North America is a proud sponsor of Positively Milwaukee.
If you're just joining us, baseball legend and voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, Bob Uecker, has passed away at 90. He's known as Mr. Baseball and has earned honors from the Hall of Fame. I'm live here at American Family Field, where people are coming to pay their respects to the legendary Bob Uecker. We're going to hear more about how the community is responding and remembering him in just a bit. But first, we are following other news. Milwaukee police are investigating a case of arson that forced at least 5 people out of their home. Firefighters responded to a call just before 11 Wednesday night near 18th and Keefe. Crews were able to get 5 people out of the burning house. No injuries were reported. According to police, a 56-year-old was arrested for arson. UW Parkside's campus is being taken over by hundreds of middle school girls today in the name of math and science. Our Racine County reporter Talia Moldine spoke with these students about the hands-on workshops they say makes learning a lot more fun.
I think we did it. All right. It's a light bulb moment for 8th grader Selena Prater and her peers. What happens here? It turns off. Yeah. At UW Parkside, she's learning about circuit breakers as a part of the 12th annual GEMS conference, which stands for Girls Empowered by Math and Science.
When I first joined, I thought it was going to be something like I wasn't going to be interested in, but like doing different things and using my hands to do things, it's like really fun.
Prater is one of 500 middle schoolers from the Racine Unified School District taking part in campus tours and workshops from the impact of solar power on farm animals to robotics and coding.
They're engaged. There's a lot of talent here that we need to invest in.
Robin Smirchek has been a part of the program from the beginning, and as a mechanical engineer, she knows firsthand how crucial these programs are.
When I started working in '74, my profession, there were about 10 to 12% were women. And then when I retired in 2013, there was about the same amount.
Conference leaders hoping to get these young women involved in more opportunities early.
I like it a lot. I'm thinking about starting to do it because it really entertains me.
The young girls inspired by guest speakers they can relate to.
She was speaking to us and she told us about her past and how she failed it and then she recovered and stuff. I really enjoyed that.
Leaving them more energized about their future. At UW Parkside, Tahlil Muhaddin, TMJ4 News.
All right, Tahlil, thanks. Let's take a look at the parks. Look, you're out there skating, enjoying this weather as the weather warms up. Meteorologist Brian Niznansky is back with when we can expect a big cool down.
There's so many great things happening in Milwaukee that never make the news. I should know. I grew up right here in the Harambe neighborhood. I'm your reporter, Gideon Verdeen, TMJ4 News. I'm working to shine a light on people you don't always hear from and give them a voice. Help me tell the stories in this community that are most important to you. Reach out to me on social media or Gideon.Verdeen@TMJ4.com.
After an accident, don't say anything and don't sign anything until you talk to Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits.
For a limited time, call now to save an extra $200. Bathfitter, the original for over 40 years.
In the heart of Milwaukee, where tradition meets innovation, a force is at work, safeguarding natural resources for the community. Through cutting-edge technologies and sustainable practices, Veolia's commitment to Milwaukee is ensuring a better quality of life for generations to come. Veolia is proud to serve the Milwaukee community, protecting public health and Lake Michigan. At Veolia, we're about more than water. We're resourcing the world, one community at a time.
The Storm Team 4 7-day forecast, sponsored by Kettle Moraine Heating and Air Conditioning, your one-stop solution for HVAC, electric, plumbing, and radon services.
If you suspect corruption or an abuse of power, connect with TMJ4 News. We'll investigate. Message us on our Facebook page and TMJ4.com or call our tip line at 414-963-4444.
In the community, for the community. Storm Team 4. Submit a news tip on TMJ4.com or send us a Facebook message.
So far, January has been colder than average, but today, hey, we were actually 5 degrees above average. The average high is 31. We got up to 36 degrees today, making it officially a January thaw. So for now, we have a relatively mild pattern taking shape here. But as we look at our future jet stream, watch what happens here by the weekend. Here comes a plunge of Arctic air, and you can see how this swirls here. That is officially the polar vortex that gets very close to us Sunday night and into Monday, meaning some brutal cold temperatures expected. 32 right now in West Bend. You got 34 in Watertown, 34 in Burlington, 37 the current temperature in Kenosha, 36 in Racine. Let's go through your weather headlines. Again, a January thaw for now. Enjoy the mild temperatures for now. Tomorrow we could even hit 40 degrees. Cold air rushes in this weekend with a true Arctic blast. All right, here's a look at the Storm 4 Max radar and satellite. You can see that we do have mostly cloudy skies. Weak disturbance bringing some snow to the north of us. We'll see this trailing cold front sweep through, giving us maybe a few flurries or a few sprinkles tomorrow night. In the meantime, tonight, partly to eventually mostly cloudy skies as we head through the day on Friday, starting off with cloud cover. But then I think we see a decent amount of sunshine midday and into the afternoon. Clouds return Friday evening, and here comes that chance of flurries, maybe a few sprinkles Friday night. It's out of here for Saturday. The bigger story Saturday will be the dropping temperatures through the day, significantly colder by the afternoon. Also windy, and that cold air continues right on into Sunday. All right, your forecast for tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 25. For tomorrow, high temperature of 43 tomorrow. Windy and mild. A shock to the system, though, heading into the weekend. Saturday, a high of 18. That'll be in the morning. We will fall through the day on Saturday. Sunday, a high of 4 degrees. That's it. Wind chills as cold as -25 Sunday morning. Monday, a high of only 0. Wind chills starting off about -30 on Monday. And then a high of only 2 on Tuesday. Wind chills -20. And then 15 Wednesday, and then Thursday we're back up to 28 degrees with a chance of some light snow. Could be cold enough that we could be talking about some cold days away from school next week, so we'll keep an eye on that forecast. We'll be right back.
Hi, Lester. NBC's Lester Holt stopped by TMJ4
Thank you so much for joining us
to chat with anchors Susan Kim and Steve Shamraz.
Local news is part of the community.
More perspectives from your town and your world every night.
Story is how people are living these things.
TMJ4 to 7. 3 hours of evening news that represents you.
Hopefully I'm part of the TMJ family.
Of course. Be part of the family. Watch TMJ4 News and NBC Nightly News.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the arena at the Waukesha County Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only inside the arena at the Waukesha County Fairgrounds.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Save big money in your kitchen upgrade with help from Menards. It's easy to create your dream kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry, offering a selection of finishes made with the finest materials and built to withstand life's sticky messes. Clearview Cabinetry offers features like soft closed doors and drawers and cabinet accessories to match your unique style. Hurry in today and get these Homestead kitchen cabinets for $79.99.99 now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Start with 2 friends.
Love it.
Oh, no way. Mix in some great guests.
We love you, Milwaukee.
And add lots of local flavor.
Oh, my goodness.
Sounds like a perfect morning blend. From food to fashion, entertainment to travel, home and health. Join Molly Faye and Tiffany Ogle as they bring our community to you. The Morning Blend, weekdays at 9 on TMJ4.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the arena at the Waukesha County Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only inside the arena at the Waukesha County Fairgrounds.
We all know Bob Uecker is a Milwaukee icon, and Brewers fans think of him as family. After news of Uecker's death, people started showing up to American Family Field right behind me to pay their respects. These fans are among those honoring the broadcaster. They shared their stories with Mary Jo Ola.
How do you explain how much Bob meant to Brewer fans?
Grief and gratitude brought fans out to American Family Field to honor the iconic Bob Uecker. Some moved to tears.
First thing I remember about Brewers is my grandpa listening to Uecker on the radio. So that's how I grew up following the team, was hearing Uecker on the radio.
It always felt like, he was part of a family.
Bob Uecker is literally the soundtrack of summer. There's a lot of happy memories.
I've had texts and a lot of sad phone calls with a lot of buddies this morning. He was kind of the voice of our childhood.
The base of Uecker's statue is covered in flowers. Cans of Miller Lite.
He did the Miller Lite commercials. It's like a working man's beer, and he's always been working really hard and loving the team, so I thought it was a good tribute.
And messages like this, always on air in our hearts. We'll miss you, Bob. Get home safely. Until next spring.
Brewer games won't be quite the same without him.
Walt Remendini went to his first Brewers game in 1970 and later worked part-time for the team.
Didn't matter who you were. He would always say hi. Hey, what a game last night. If you had a chance to have a brief conversation with him in person. So he was just an amazing guy.
One of Uecker's famous calls plays whenever Carrie Larson gets a phone call. His voice always touched her.
Has some of the worst games, and you're still smiling because Uecker finds a way to crack a joke, to just make light of things, to help understand. Remember, it's a game, we're moving on.
As Milwaukee says goodbye, Mr. Baseball leaves a legacy of joy for generations of fans.
You never thought this day would come. It's great that up until the very last day, he was able to do what he loved.
In Milwaukee, Mary Jo Ola, TMJ4 News.
Curing lung disease starts with a single step. Hi, I'm Brian Niznansky. Join TMJ4 and the American Lung Association for the Fight for Air climb on Saturday, March 1st. We'll be climbing the stairs inside at 411 East Wisconsin Center. Think you can't conquer 30 floors? Think again.
If we can do it, you can do it.
Even I can do it.
Team up with TMJ4 and the American Lung Association for the Fight for Air climb.
Locally presented by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Register at climbmilwaukee.org.
When it's party time, make it easy time. Make it Cousins Catering time. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So when catering counts, count on Cousins. Cousins Subs Catering. We believe in better.
At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different.
You can't be that different.
We are. We have a team of specialists not only in investing, but also in financial and estate planning and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, and as a fiduciary, we always put their interests first.
But you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, we have a simple management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Huh, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Ever wonder why your house is so cold and drafty? Knowing the answer could save you a lot of money. Usually, the problem is your walls. That's why USA Foam Insulation is such a game changer. It's easily installed from the outside and fills up your wall cavities with cold-blocking foam. Your warm air stays inside, your furnace runs less, and you get a lower gas bill. And right now, USA Insulation has their best deals of the year because they know winter is when you need it the most.
USA Insulation.
Inside Edition.
Why have you been terrorizing women here?
On the front line of investigations.
All you needed to do was to connect 2 wires. Investigations that expose the truth.
Are these legitimate? Why won't you talk to us if these are legitimate?
You just sold us a fake license. Are you still driving while high? Did you fake Tonka's death? Absolutely.
Hard-hitting, award-winning investigative journalism. Inside Edition.
Now on TMJ4, weekdays at 3:30.
Fans continue to pay their respects here outside of American Family Field, where Bob Uecker's statue is. And, you know, Niz, people use the terms like iconic and legend, and they are so deserving of this guy that was so much a part of our lives.
100%, Charles. One of a kind, that's for sure. Going back to my childhood, that's all I remember, listening to baseball with Bob Uecker. All right, by 8 o'clock, 31 degrees. By 10 o'clock, 29 degrees. Temperatures on the mild side this January evening.
And thanks for joining us at 5. The NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt is next.
Milwaukee's only mobile weather lab just got bolder, keeping you ahead of the storm. The new and improved TMJ-4 Storm Chaser, sponsored by Heiser Automotive Group.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Brad Schimmel, prosecutor, attorney general, rule of law judge. Schimmel put pedophiles behind bars, took on criminal illegals and cartels, protected kids and seniors from abuse.
Law school taught me the rights of the accused, but justice for the abused is denied all too often. I'm Brad Schimmel. On the state Supreme Court, I'll apply the law equally, because everyone has the right to feel safe.
Schimmel, for justice.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings. We are professional grade GMC.
I'm Glenda Valdez, and I'm your Kenosha County reporter. The area is special to me. I went to high school and college right here in southeastern Wisconsin. Shh. Sorry. I'm ready to listen to you and learn what's most important to Kenosha. So if you see news happening, tell me about it on social or at glenda.valdez at tmj4.com.
More reporters where you live. TMJ4.
If we can do it, you can do it.
The Fight for Air climbs Saturday, March 1st.